Hey everyone, I'm doing some mixed media today, charcoal and watercolor. It's really coming out really cool. I still haven't opened up my new watercolor I want to try. Maybe I'll do it in between breaks here because it's a really cool style. You don't see this much too often. Uh, if you've never tried this before and you got watercolor and a little bit of charcoal, I would give this a try. I'm going to try and do a Renaissance woman here. You want a piece of my heart? There we go. I kind of made that pretty big, huh? That's all right. We'll we'll deal with it. I found out that this charcoal, very careful with your watercolor. Uh, this could end up looking really cool. I tried to use a charcoal pencil earlier, but I didn't like it because this kind of charcoal, it's easier to, you know, to get your shading and stuff. Put a hand there. I think the eyes are the hardest to do with a big piece of charcoal like that. All right, I think I'm ready for paint. That looks pretty good. Let's put some watercolor on there now. You want to be very careful. You could also, you know, this kit came with a, like, eraser. Because the watercolor will kind of make the charcoal blend into the color, but that's part of the style. It ends up looking really cool. But if you wanted to take an eraser to, if you want to take some of the charcoal out before you start painting, especially where you know it's going to be light colors, like down the nose, on the chin, and some of the cheek areas. That way you can get it, the paint, the watercolor won't blend so much into the charcoal. There you go. That's all you got to do. That much. Because the whole thing is you want it to, it actually looks pretty good sometimes when you so I'm using yellow ochre here to get a skin tone with a little bit of yellow to lighten it up, and a little bit of brown. Now that's pretty dark, so to make it lighter, we just gotta add water, more water to it. Then we'll do all the light areas first. I'm going to try and be very careful on this one, and that looks pretty cool. This side's going to be a little darker. The thing with watercolor is once you make it dark, that's it. There's no making it lighter. So thanks for watching, guys. Let's give her green eyes. Green-eyed lady, ocean lady. I got a lot of black in there, but oh well. That one looks green a little bit. Kind of digging it. Just shadow under her nose. We'll give her some pink lips here. I'm just touching it because if you smear it, you'll smear all that charcoal into the color. And then for underneath the neck, we'll go with a couple different color browns here. And then some Payne's gray. For the shadow under the neck here, or under the chin. That looks so cool. I just stepping all over my canvases. I bought a whole bunch of canvases to work on my acrylic portraits, and then I ran into this style this morning and I really like it. It's like, man, it's like, so now I went with this style for a while before I go back to my acrylic portraits. But I think this is really going to help me with my regular portraits, because I'm getting all this shading down, and it's kind of helping me. I'm going to darken this side just a little here. I like the way the face looks. The eyes, I'm going to go ahead and make the pupil black there. There we go. I'm going to do the background real quick. I'm going to use Payne's gray and green. I want to show you what I do when I'm done with this. I'm going to turn this into a promotional piece of art for myself. And I'm going to throw it in AI, and it's going to put my name up here, and it's going to create a piece of promotional work that I can put on a website or something later on down the road. I'll show you. It's really cool. I know there's a lot of people out there that are against that AI, but it can do other things besides, creating art. It does lettering and descriptions. It can help you with descriptions and stuff like that. So this is a couch behind her. This little piece, I threw that in. So I'm trying to keep it earth tones. So I'm just going to make that the same color as the background. This is Payne's gray with, this is more got blue in it. But this is like, she's sitting on like a sofa or something. Hey Grace, how you doing? What do you think of this medium? It's watercolor and charcoal. It's pretty cool. I kind of ran into this style this morning. I was just messing around, and I really like it. Really? With the watercolor, huh? I like the style because this charcoal you can really rub it in and create your shadows ahead of time, and rather than using like pen, ink and pen. Let's see. I guess for this blouse, I'm gonna make it like a light brownish brown with red, brown and red mix, but not too dark. So we'll add some water to it. That looks pretty good. What's cool, the charcoal, it stay sometimes if you put it on light enough, the charcoal will stay underneath, and it'll create the darker color for you automatically. There, see? I've tried this before a long time ago, and it used to smear the charcoal, and but for some reason, maybe it's because I'm using this paper, certain paper, it seems to work. You kind of got to dab it, dab the brush on there in some places. All right, it's time for the hair. I think I'm going to go with some kind of brownish color. I just grabbed, I just put Payne's Gray in all my good color there. This is the brown I'm going with. It's kind of got a purplish feel to it. Burgundy brown, there you go. Grace is my muse. She can already read my mind. I really enjoyed that movie too. The where that guy, he was a screenwriter, and he used that girl in L.A. as a muse, and it's a pretty good movie. I'm really digging this. I'm going to put a shadow back there because I think it'll make it look pretty cool. If we got a shadow there, we'll have to put one here as well. I like it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm off tomorrow. We'll put a little bit of dark color between the fingers here. All these little extra colors help. It creates more tone in there, and I want to darken underneath this part of her face. Kind of locks the face in. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I like the curls too. I kind of buried all the charcoal lines though. I don't want to go over it again with charcoal, but if I wanted to, I could, create some more shadow underneath the curls. just kind of blend it in. There we go. That helps out. Yeah, that really works. Just barely trying to get enough paint on the tip there. Now what I did earlier, I kind of messed up a face I did a while ago because I used this big brush around the eyes, and because you could see the charcoal didn't really get a fine line there, but I don't want to use brush up there. For that fact right there. Because it doesn't make a thin line. Let me try this charcoal pencil. Yeah, that looks better. There we go. Oop, just broke the tip. Alright, I kind of like it. Let me sign it, and I'm going to show you what I do. We're going to turn it into a promotional piece of art for me. What I do with my pens. 05, okay. Let's see. All right, check this out. I kind of like this style. I can't believe that that's watercolor. So what I'm going to do, we're going to create a, say you want to put your picture on your website, right? All right, that looks good. Let's load it up in my AI. And we want to create an image. So I'm just going to tell it, can you turn this piece of art into a promotional page for Krejci JCI, and add all the description to it and whatever else it needs. There we go. It's kind of a little bit vague there, but watch what it does. That's cool. It's not my favorite layout, but I like that one. Krejci 26 collection, limited edition, prints available. Uh, you can put your artist bio down here. Portrait of the unknown muse. I can't believe that it put that. That's you, Grace. You know what? This thing must be hearing us talk or something. That is unbelievable. That's what it named it right there. Let's see what it named the other one. Uh, Usually it gets the medium down correct. This one is wrong here. It says watercolor and ink on paper, but that's all right. You just change it. Uh, it didn't really name this one here, but I like that name. Yeah, yeah. Also, you could put this on the front of your web page or something. It's a pretty good collection. I've already got like 5 of them in this style. I get bored after a while. I'll do like 30 of these and then move on to something else. Anyway, let's do a dude. I've been doing all girls, so we can do a guy now, I guess. I have more fun doing the women than men, but we could do a guy. So these are kind of cool. Uh, I I have this thing here. I just kind of been throwing this section in this thing here, so they don't get all mixed up with all my other stuff. Just throw them there. I think what's going to happen down the road is I'm going to have to start selling on something like Etsy again, where people can buy the image. They could pick the size they want, and then they handle the printing and all that, and the shipping. Uh, let's do. I'm gonna look up a guy. I'm gonna look up a Rembrandt type character. No, I didn't want Wikipedia. Images by Rembrandt. That old man looks kind of cool. Wow, look at that. Look at that artwork. Amazing. I've done faces like that before that are kind of spooky looking. Here's some sketches he did, you know, where he's getting ideas for paintings. Well, let's just do. Oh, here's like what I was talking about with the name and stuff. We could just. I'll just do use Rembrandt as a guide. It's probably not gonna end up looking just like him anyway, so I'll just use them as a. There we go. That looks kind of cool. this whole side of the face is in the shadow here. It's not a bad sketch there. It's not bad at all. See how this is helping me with my shading, you know. So if I was doing this in oil paint, I would do all this in dark color, light. Obviously. Got a really cool look to his face here. He's got some kind of hat on. I think that's enough. Time for some watercolor. You know what? Since there's only, who's in here? Nobody in here, so I'm going to go ahead and open up my new watercolor. Since nobody's watching right now, so I could take the time to, I'm going to try this metallic watercolor paint set. The problem is they're all covered. See, they're all covered up. And let's see if I can find a quick way to get the paper off. I think the best way is going to be with an X-Acto knife. Which I don't know where mine is. What I need to do tomorrow is clean this studio up. Wow, that's like tape. Oh, I might have to take them out. There we go. I gotta take these gloves off. Alright, so sorry if you're waiting. I'm trying to use this new watercolor so I can try it on this portrait here. There's just no quick way to get this tape off. I don't know where my X-Acto knife is. It's a cool watercolor set. It's all metallic colors. So I'm thinking it may like create a cool looking style, you know. Yeah, see, metallic. If you want to come back in a few minutes, that's cool. I really want to try this kit out, so. I guess I could tell you some stories while I'm doing this. So when I first started doing art, I lived in Las Vegas, and I was doing pop art, like just Andy Warhol type stuff. People really liked it, but I wasn't getting any satisfaction out of it because what I would do, uh, I would find an image online and then print it out, and then I'd have my art program turn it to like a posterize it, and then I would just copy it. And it wasn't really something that I came up with, so. But that's how I started. And then to sell them, I was actually, some art gallery let me put them in their gallery. I sold quite a few there, but a lot of them I sold on eBay. Back then, when the internet was just starting out, eBay was like the biggest thing. You could find anything on there. And then uh, so on eBay, I was selling sports guys. I would like whoever, football players. Back then, Michael Jordan was big. I did a lot of Michael Jordans in the pop art style. But I didn't really feel like an artist because I wasn't really creating it myself. I was tracing it and then just putting color in there, which was wasn't that hard to do. This is a little better because this is more like, because I'm picking the colors and I'm going to blend them in, and it feels more like art to me. This is taking forever, guys. Sorry. This stuff better work. I mean, for what I had to pay for it. I'm off tomorrow anyway. I don't have to go to bed early. Almost there, guys. Oh, that's a cool green. Check this out. Look at that color. Whoa. This is going to be awesome. There's another green. Could do like the Wizard of Oz type thing here. Oh, some of these are iridescent, so I guess I gotta remember that. Whoops. So yesterday was the last day for Michael's had Employee Appreciation Week. So everything that you bought was 40% off. And yesterday was the last day. I wanted to get this desk that it's a glass top desk, and it can come up vertical, or you can lay it halfway or all the way down like a desk. And I'd be able to use it for everything: oil painting, sketching. And it's usually $200. It was on sale for like $99, and then I would get 40% off. I could have got that thing for $60, man. But I don't have any room left in this place where I live. In fact, I should start cleaning tomorrow. I've acquired a lot of art supplies in the last 3 years on YouTube here. All right, one left, guys. And we can get started. So there's purple there. These are metallic colors. I'll show you what I had to do. Look how many are in there. All right, let's paint this guy. Guess I don't need the gloves anymore. All right, should get fresh water here. So I'm going to do all the light stuff first. So if you want, if you do this charcoal first like this, you can like come in here and get rid of some of the charcoal where you know it's going to be light, like down the nose here, so it doesn't contaminate the color when you paint that section. And maybe this is all shadow on this side, but you can come in here before you start painting and do this number if you want. All right, let's get started. We'll do the we're going to do all the light stuff first. So down the nose, I'm going to use this light pink here. Okay. Over here I'm going to use like a yellow or golden color. I might have to get some fresh water. Put some of this red in there. What's cool about, I think, this metallic color, it's not going to start looking like metal until it dries. That's like a purple color there. It's looking pretty cool. I actually like it. We're going to put some green down here. But the paint is brand new, so I'm having a hard time getting the color out. I think for the eyes, we're going to do this like metallic blue. And I guess this is considered the red. How's it going? Yeah, this is charcoal and watercolor. I've heard of it before. Yeah, this is watercolor paper. You're not going to believe it because at Michael's you can get the expensive watercolor paper. So I went to the kids section and these were only $3.99. You get 40 sheets. It's the kids section, but it's watercolor paper. Because I was just testing it out, because I didn't know if this was going to work. But the paper works fine, even though it's cheaper paper. I just bought this kit. It's a metallic, it's metallic watercolors. I've never used it before. Seems like it's working pretty good. But you know how when you first start using these watercolors, they're kind of hard to get the color out. You got to really soak them down. Sometimes, if, if you if you let the charcoal, if you put too much, you're going to smear the charcoal underneath. But you don't have to press it that hard. Just, you know, kind of glaze your brush over it, and it'll, some of the charcoal will stay. You'll have to experiment with it and get used to it, because if you blend all the charcoal away, it's not going to look as good. Like I'm just barely touching it here because I smooth. There's a lot of charcoal underneath that section right there. Just let your brush kind of glaze over it. Thank you for the questions there. So I guess this is my darkest color over here. We'll do the hat. Metallic black. That looks cool. Actually, it looks pretty good. I can't wait for it to dry and see the metallic flakes in there. If you're still watching, Donna, the when you come to a hard edge like this, I'm actually trying to blend some of the charcoal in to smooth it out a little bit, like at the end of like up here, just so I get like a hard edge up there. It's coming out pretty good. I'm thinking of about green back here, that cool green color. Maybe I'll mix a couple greens together here for the background. I'll put a little blue in it over here. It looks kind of cool. I used Rembrandt as my model. I really like it. I'm gonna try some this orange. You see, it's only 7 o'clock. Wow. My legs are kind of like cramping up, getting ready to cramp up. I need to go walk around for a little bit. All right, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. I kind of like it. I mean, I could mess around with more shadows, but I kind of like it the way it looks. I'll try a little bit with this black. I guess it won't hurt to put a few dark shadows underneath here. Yeah, that helped it out quite a bit. Okay. All right, I'm going to sign it, and we're going to turn it into a, we're going to put a promotional thing on it. I really like it. You can see, yeah, you can see the metallic in there. Let me zoom into it. Maybe it's kind of glistening a little bit. It's kind of hard to see it. I think when it dries totally, you'll be able to see it more. Or I'm going to edit this and show you something real quick. Hold on. All right, here we go. Can you turn this into a promotional page for KREJCI and describe the art and whatever else is on a promo piece for art? What kind of weather you getting there, Grace? Snow? Oh man, yeah, be careful in that snow. That's it. I think I like this one better. Shows a bigger size image. I'm gonna have it do another one and maybe come up with a title for this. Uh, does it? Came out pretty good. I like all the different colors. I guess that's pretty good. I'm gonna do one more thing with it. And this is another thing you can do with your artwork. That way, if you're in Etsy, then you don't have to pay that extra money. You could use AI. Can you frame this and put it on a wall above a sofa in some living quarters? So if you're like paying money on Etsy to do this, you can do it on AI, see? And then this is a good way to portray your art if you want it like in a house setting. Because I know they charge you like 40 bucks a month to have this tool on Etsy. I look at the couch as like an old raggedy couch with the nail in the wall there. The wall there. Pretty cool. I gotta quit signing my name so big like that because it doesn't look right and it should be really small. Alright guys, I guess I'm done for the night. My legs are wearing out. That's why I wanted to get that desk so I could like sit down and do my artwork. But thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the questions, and if you're a new subscriber, thank you. Yeah, you too, Grace. Have a good night. Stay warm.